It's already the most wonderful time of the year. So why not sprinkle a little Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell in it as well? Spirited. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by WeAreCritiX.com, a place where we talk about movies, television, and pop culture. And if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe key and that notification bell so you can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time of the year. 'Tis the season. I know we still have Thanksgiving to come and fulfill us with deliciousness, but you already know around this time, the holiday season is in an abundance and people are in joy and excited for the Christmas season. And with that will be a slew of holiday movies. But there is one particular movie that we're here to talk about today that I watched, last night. And I gotta tell you, this thing was a lot more fun than I expected. That's right, we're talking about Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell, and Spirited, which is a musical spin on the Charles Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol, which you all know was about a guy named Scrooge, which has, spun many spin-offs and iterations of that one character, from Uncle Scrooge and DuckTales and Disney to Scrooged with Bill Murray. And then many different remakes of A Christmas Carol have come out. And that story is just classic. And it's been done so many ways that you can't, when you watch this trailer for the first time, I'm not going to lie, I was one of them. I was a little skeptical because I'm like, how many times can this story be told? And I got to tell you, watching this thing, it is very similar, but it is also very different and fresh and fun at the same exact time. Now, this film is directed by Sean Anders, who his track record is pretty cool, but at the same time you're like, yeah, but he did those ones. Like, he did Horrible Bosses 2, he did Dumb and Dumber, T.O., the I believe that was the sequel with Jim Carrey and I can't remember his name. You guys know what I'm talking about. They came back and did their thing together. He also did Daddy's Home with Mark Wahlberg, and he also did Instant Family. So he's got some comedic chops, but they're not like, top tier comedies that a lot of people have been bragging about, but they are good. Horrible Bosses is a damn good franchise. I like both of them, even though the second one wasn't as received as well as the first one. One of the cool things about this film that I gotta talk about right off rip is the music. When I heard the music in this film, it felt familiar. I'm listening and I'm like, those runs, the musical compositions, the breakdowns, even the lyrics, and the style in which the story goes into the song goes into the story, back and forth, dialogue, music, dialogue. I said, this can't be, because I'm a musical lover. I love musicals. That's like my one thing, my guilty pleasure that I am not ashamed to scream out loud. I love musicals. Go take me all the way back to Little Shop of Horrors, all the way up until, the greats that are out right now, and, like Wicked and stuff like that. And I said, this sounds a lot like Dear Evan Hansen. So probably a quarter in, I paused it, pulled out the trusty phone, I looked up IMDb, and sure enough, Benj Pasek and Justin Paul have written, I want to say maybe 5 songs in this movie. The gentleman who did Dear Evan Hansen and The Greatest Showman, are behind a lot of the music in this film. So that right there should tell you the quality of the music that's in this film. And the fun thing is watching Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds do the songs. Like, Will is stand out as musically. Excuse me. he does a little bit more singing than Ryan does, and when he does it, I mean, you guys all seen Will Ferrell's one-man shows that he's done when he's, former President George Bush, and so he's got the stage presence, and he brings it full on. Like, the commitment in this is what sold this for me, because it's silly, and these guys are silly, so you're like, these guys are doing a musical for Christmas. How serious are they gonna take it? No, they take it very seriously, and it's pleasing, it's charming, it's fun. Like, I can't even lie. Like, I was in the Christmas spirit watching this thing, even though I already knew the initial story. And there's some twists and turns in there, some cool stuff that you're not gonna see coming. That I thought was made the story feel a little more fresh than what we were expecting. Octavia Spencer is in this as well. She plays. Do you guys remember the movie Scrooge? Let me look this up, because I don't want to get her name wrong, because she is a very very popular actress and very well respected. And I'm going to look this up right now. Of course, Alfred Woodward. You guys may know her from Civil War, Captain America Civil War, and she also played in Luke Cage. She played mom's mom, Black Mabel. I can't remember the name, but remember her character in Scrooge, very similar to the type of character that Octavia Spencer plays in this film. And there's also a little bit of romance between her and Will. It's in the trailer, so I'm not really giving much away. Listen, it just works. Like, that couple, or that little situation between them two, is probably the cutest thing in the whole film. Seeing that, it's so awkwardly charming. Like, I don't even know what else to say about this film. Like, it is definitely for the time of the year. It is definitely a good family flick. I saw someone complain that there was some swears and sexual innuendo, but it's really not that bad at all. Like, I don't understand what they were watching for and what they saw, but for me personally, I thought it was a beautiful story and a good spin on the Charles Dickens classic, and I highly recommend this film for the holiday season. Maybe watch it on Thanksgiving. The film initially re-released, it released on the 11th in theaters, limited release, and then as of today, it's available on Apple TV, which, another thing was pretty cool, that it's an Apple TV release and it's not your occasional Netflix release or Amazon release. Like, Apple's been kind of catching up. They kind of laid back for a little bit, but then when they do drop something, it's always good quality. So I really appreciate what they did. Yeah, I thought this movie was really, really fun. Musically, really, really done well. Story, really done well. Keeping it fresh. And Ryan is Ryan, but I will tell you this. This is probably the first, other than him playing the first iteration of Deadpool with no mouth, this is probably the first time that Ryan Reynolds comes off as unlikable. Like, you want to talk about a Scrooge character? Like, yeah, there's moments in this where you're like, wow, Ryan's really going for the dick. He's really playing the dick role, and he's doing it well. Like, excuse me. Yeah, so I really, really appreciate the commitment in this, and what they're doing, and how they pulled it off. Like, I really, really think that this was done very, very well. Everyone involved. I want to give a shout out to Sunita Mani, who, shout out to her, because she's come a long way. There's also, I don't know if you guys know about the cast. I don't know if people know about the cast, but the Ghost of Christmas Future. I didn't know this going in. I didn't know who was voicing that character, but it was definitely it was fun. It was definitely fun and funny. Just cause. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that we needed? Because it's just a good time. Like, I really had a good time, more fun than I really expected, and I really hope that everyone else enjoys it. If you're a musical person, you're a holiday spirit person, this movie will work for you. That's all I can really say. If you're not and you don't like it, it's okay. It's okay. It's not for musicals. Not for everyone. I know that, and not everybody loves Christmas movies. Yeah. So I want to know what you all think, because the spin on this is pretty fun. It's pretty different. It's pretty cool. I want to know what you all thought. If you saw it, if you haven't seen it, are you excited to see this for the holiday spirit, or just watch it in general? You know, let me know. Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And of course, for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, check out wearecritics.com. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.